Hi and welcome back. Today we're going to concentrate on those items that we scan in to our inventory. For those of you who have registered, you'll recognize a page like unto this. You'll move over to the tab marked Login, and a page very similar to this will pop up. Go ahead and use the same username and password that you used when you opened the account. A page very similar to this will pop up. So let's say we went shopping today. We're all excited to use the program. We click Scan In because we want to add these items to inventory. And you'll see that says Scan into Inventory. This whole page will be a batch. So everything we scan into inventory, when we're done, will be needed to be moved into that inventory as one batch. So today I'll scan a couple items. I'll first start out with one. It's Skippy Natural Creamy Peanut Butter. You saw the barcode show up for just a moment in the yellow area, and then the description of the item scanned as Skippy Natural Peanut Butter with a quantity of 1. Of course, when I was at the grocery store, I bought more than that, so let me continue to scan a couple items. Let's say I bought 2 of those. I could scan it again, or if you'd like to, whatever item is on the very top of this list here, which will be the last item that you scanned. Let's say I bought 6 cans of bamboo shoots. I scanned 2, but let's say I didn't want to scan every can. I can actually type QTY, put a space, 4. When I hit that, you'll notice I'm now up to 6 cans of bamboo shoots. There's another easy sheet that you may want to already have printed out. We have it under Reports. If you click Reports, we actually have a common quantity barcode sheet. I'll just click on that to show you what I mean. So under here you see we have quantities of 6, 12, 16, maybe you bought 50 of them, 24 of them, whatever the case may be. So you can print this sheet off, have it sitting next to your computer, and I'll give you an idea how this works. So let me close that, go back to inventory. So I'm going to go back to Scan In. You notice those items still exist here in Scan In. None of them will be moved until I press Done and moved into inventory. So let's say I'll go back to my Skippy Peanut Butter. Give you a little example here. You notice it appears on top here as 1, and it appears down here as 1 because I've scanned these items. Whatever I scan last will come up on top. So if I missed one, I can scan it, and it doesn't matter if it says 5 or 6 down here. They'll all be added together when I move them into inventory. If I really had bought a greater quantity, let's say I wanted to add another 5 to the one I just scanned, I go ahead and scan that sheet I showed you, and you see now I have 6 and still has the 1 down here. If I only had 6, I could hit Remove, and it would be gone. Updates there. Okay. So when I'm done with that, and I want to move them into inventory, I just click Done, Move into Inventory. But let me show you something before I do that, just so you can see how that works. Let me go to Inventory. And there's ways to search in your inventory. Right now it says Product Name, and that's anywhere in the product. Or if what it begins with, by the UPC code or the category. Well, we're going to go ahead and search for that Skippy Peanut Butter. So I can type in Skippy or anything close to it, hit search, and you notice it pulls up all the Skippy Peanut Butters that I have put in there. In this case, the ones we're scanning in today are the 15-ounce size. Shows I have a goal of 6 and a quantity of 5. So if I go back to Scan In, I click Done, move into inventory, You'll notice those items appear, what it put in there. It says it put 6 peanut butters, 1 kidney beans, and 6 bamboo shoots sliced into my inventory. And go back to my inventory. I can now see that I have 11 Skippy natural peanut butters in my inventory. You see my goal is 6, which we'll talk about later how that affects shopping lists, but if I had wanted a greater quantity, I could either edit that item individually here. I can change that goal here. Say I want a quantity of, or I have a quantity of 11. Say I wanted 15 instead. I could hit save and update. And now it will be used later on to tell me that I still need to purchase more in my shopping list. Or I could change all of these together. I can either change categories. So if I didn't want it under nuts or whatever, I could call it a snack or a candy. If I had wanted something different, well, I'll just leave it like that for a minute to show you. Snack or a candy. And let's say on that size I only wanted 1. I could do that to each and every one of these items that are on the list. And then if I hit Save Categories and Goal Changes, you'll notice that page updated completely. And because it was searching for Skippy earlier, it stayed on the page even though that called that a snack. So I'll just move that back here to Nuts and Spreads, and I'll just leave that goal the same and just hit Save Category just so I can find that later on. And that's all there is to it. Hope that helps. Talk to you later. Bye now.